You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Minor Family Dentistry would like to bring you the following dental health tip. It's recommended to have a dental checkup no later than your child's first birthday. An adult should brush for a young child and monitor older children's brushing to ensure a good job is done. Flossing should start when teeth are touching. Minor Family Dentistry wishes you good dental health. Families, including children of all ages, are welcome. Minor Family Dentistry, 1010 Downing and Hayes. Find them in the Next Tech directory.
So, you think you have skeletons in your closet? Come to Sternberg Museum, where we let our skeletons out of the closet.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of the West Central Kansas Smart Start program. And with me today, I have two special guests. The first is Andy Stanton. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
And the next, who is this young lady? What is your name?
Gracie Stanton.
And Gracie Stanton is my daughter. And Gracie, tell us, what school do you go to?
Laughlin Elementary School.
Who's your teacher there?
Mrs. Burns.
All right. Now, today we're going to talk about the Chinese New Year, and I asked Grace to come and help us because what country were you born in, Grace? Do you remember what country? She doesn't remember. She was born in China, and she's originally from the Hunan province. So we thought she could help us today talk about Chinese New Year. Now, Andy's going to help me. He's going to ask me questions, and hopefully between the three of us, we can talk about Chinese New Year.
Okay, let's get started with the big topic is, what is Chinese New Year?
Well, Chinese New Year is really the most important and the biggest Chinese celebration holiday in China. In China, it's also known as the Spring Festival, and it marks the end of the winter season.
Aha! Now, when is it celebrated?
Now, our New Year, of course, is celebrated on the first of the year, but this holiday is based on the lunar calendar. So it starts the first day of the traditional Chinese calendar and ends 15 days later with the Lantern Festival. So it's just not a one-day holiday. It's over 2 whole weeks. And this year, Chinese New Year begins on January 23rd.
Okay, so 2 weeks beginning January 23rd. And so who celebrates Chinese New Year?
Well, obviously, they celebrate that in China, but lots of other countries in Asia, especially those with significant Chinese populations. Obviously, China, and Hong Kong, Indonesia, Thailand, and a lot of our cities here in the United States, San Francisco, any place that has like a Chinatown or a significant Chinese population. Here in Hayes, we have lots of students from China, so they'll be celebrating the Chinese New Year. So anywhere where there are people from China.
Cool, and other Asian countries too. Every year they always talk about it's the year of the rat or the year of the pig. What is this year?
Well, this year, the Chinese New Year 2012 is the year of the dragon. And the way that works is most of us who've been to a Chinese restaurant will see the Chinese zodiac, and there's an animal that represents the year that you were born. So they choose a different animal for each year. Last year was the rabbit, and this year it is the year of the dragon. So that's almost a special year, the year of the dragon.
And what are some of the traditions and some of the practices during Chinese New Year?
Probably the most important, just like our Christmas and Thanksgiving, Chinese New Year is a chance for families to get together. They have meals, they have celebrations. It's a family time for them. One of the things that they do that is particular, the red envelope, and this is where usually they do this with each other, but usually with children. The children will get a red envelope with $1 or $10, and it's a gift. So they exchange red envelopes. The other thing, fireworks. Fireworks are very big, and like we would use fireworks at the 4th of July. This is how they would celebrate the Chinese New Year. Bright clothing. Red is a color that would be traditionally worn at Chinese New Year. Once again, family gatherings. It's just it's a time of celebration and family.
We have a couple oranges sitting here. Tell us about the oranges.
Now, there's lots of foods that would signify, that would be special in the Chinese New Year. Oranges are something that you would really give someone. You would give all your friends an orange. Oranges represent good luck and wealth. And apparently that comes because the word orange sounds like the word luck or wealth in Chinese. So if you give someone an orange, that means you wish them good luck. Other traditional foods would be noodles. But one of the things they say, they want your noodles to be very long, because if you cut them in half, the noodles represent long life. Oh. So you want the noodles to be very long, so it represents long life. Spring rolls, you could eat also. Those symbolize wealth. So that's something that you could traditionally eat at the Chinese New Year.
It's very interesting. One of my trips to China was, when we got Gabe, was right before Chinese New Year. And the oranges were everywhere. And, you know, we think of mandarin oranges here that we can get in the little can, or the clementines you can buy. But in China, it is very traditional during Chinese New Year for people to buy a small mandarin orange tree to bring into their home. And every market we went to on that trip had all of these mandarin orange trees that people were buying, just like in the United States, people buy Christmas trees before the holiday. So it looks like we're going to have a craft here.
We are going to do. This is something that anyone can do. You don't have to be Chinese. It's always great when our kids learn about different cultures, but this is something, a really easy craft that parents can do with their kids. So Grace is going to help me. Oh, she's already yawning. Now the first thing we're going to do, we're going to do it at the same time, Grace. You can choose any color of paper, but traditionally at the end of Chinese New Year they have the Lantern Festival, and traditionally those are red. We're going to take our piece of paper, we've got construction paper, and we're going to fold it into the long way.
The hot dog way, as kids would say.
The hot dog way. Can you fold yours, Grace? There you go. Easy so far. Then we're going to take our scissors. Gracie's got some children's scissors. And Gracie, we're going to make a cut at the end. We're going to cut right up to this end, but not all the way. So the first cut, watch this, Gracie. I'm going to start from the folded end and go up. Can you do that? She's doing it. And then we're going to continue to make those cuts.
Okay,
there you go. Yeah, don't go all the way. There. Oh, you did perfect, Grace. Now do another one. And we're going to be really careful not to go all the way to the top. Very good. You can make them as, these are about, was that an inch? You can do them bigger or smaller. And remember, we don't want to go all the way through. We're going to stop just short. Now, I know, Andy, when you were in China, the second time when we got our son Gabriel, you saw lots of lanterns.
Lots of lanterns. We were there, in fact, we left China the day before Chinese New Year started, and there were red lanterns everywhere because they were, of course, getting ready for their Lantern Festival at the end of Chinese New Year. And they're just gorgeous, bright red paper lanterns just about everywhere you saw.
Now, when you're done, Grace is going to keep working there. Looks like in an accordion. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over. And we're going to roll it. Now, then you have to secure it. Now, you can use tape. Just to be easy today, I brought a stapler. Whoops.
You need some help there?
Oh, yeah, I got it. There. And we're going to staple one end. And then I'm going to staple the other. And then we've got the body of our lantern.
Cool.
And then I took, once again, you take any color, but I took black and made some little strips. All I did was just cut along this end of construction paper. And we're going to attach the handle. Like that. Here, Miss Grace, we're going to fold this way. Can you hold yours just like that? And we'll staple in just a second. And we're going to put this handle on here. And there we've got our Chinese lantern. We'll get Grace's here in a second. But that's an easy craft that you can do, and you could celebrate Chinese New Year in your New Year's in your home. All right.
That sounds great.
I know. Well, I guess we should say Happy Chinese New Year to everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year.
And you've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
Thanks for watching You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You can watch the program weekdays in the noon and 9 o'clock hours. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry, and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.